Hey guys, it's still Sunday morning, April 24th. Just wanted to keep my camera out because I've had a lot of vehicular stalking. This is the same fire department, Baton Rouge Fire Department vehicle that drove up beside me. And now it's like I drove down this other street and came out of a Walmart. You know, it's the same one. Yeah, because I'm getting such weird stalking this morning that I really wanted to just keep the camera on. Maybe just do an extra little 15 minutes. I don't really have much to talk about, about what's going on, because y'all know, you get hit during the night with live directed energy weapons and stuff like that. I really do, man, I think I'm going in the right direction. That's the same exact guy. That's the same exact guy that rolled up on me. He's laughing, and that's the same exact police chief, the fire chief that rolled up on me on another street like a while ago. That was like 30 minutes ago. Same guy. So I guess they're using a lot of maybe the hardcore vehicular stalkers who are really, really into this. On me, because they're not able to do the just general swarm DHS fusion centers. So they're using some of the hardcore guys who, really, really are into this. I'd wonder what that guy knew, like what that police, that fire chief knew, like if he thought he had heard rumors that I was like this bad guy and he needed to, caravan me, or if he's just laughing at it all. Knowing that my family's being microwaved. Like, I have no idea. But I really turned on the camera just for that, because I knew it was the same guy. Didn't even see him, in the car, but just saw that the fire chief coming out of a Walmart, right when I'm driving by it, and I was like, that's the same guy. Because, the probability of another fire chief driving through at the same time, and that's it. Y'all saw his face on video. That's the same fire chief. So that's a DHS fusion center, patroller or caravan or stalker, whatever you want to call them. That is definitely one of them. They may be doing it because, okay, and there's a one light black SUV right there. It's a woman. She was getting on her phone, so you couldn't see her face. What would all these women think if they knew that 75% of these people are mothers, isolated women in their houses, being burned. It's crazy. These people don't know what they're doing. They need to learn what they're doing. They need to research it, because I'm not the most brilliant person in the world, and I researched a little bit, and I know what's going on. I know how it's kind of stratified and put together, to these directed energy weapons tested on people in their homes or used on people in their homes to create havoc, and then people driving around them. It's pretty simple. You look it up. I don't know why these people would not look. They turn a blind eye to what they're doing. And non-TIs turn a blind eye to what's going on because it's so big. So they want their little part in it, but they don't want to know what they're causing on a larger scale. And there is a larger scale here. There are a lot of people dying out there who they are clamoring, and they are crying out for freedom. They're crying out for their lives, which they should be. But I really just got the camera out for that, because before I even drove up to him, I saw Baton Rouge Fire Department, fire chief in the same area, same guy. Before I even saw his face, I knew it was the same guy. Not even by the license plate or anything like that, but just the feeling, just okay, yeah, he's driving around. I got the same sheriff coming down one street and then coming out of another light on me. It may be because of the magnet therapy, that they're trying to get me to think that Like, I'm thinking I'm deactivating something so they can't GPS me or whatever, but they can GPS you by your phone, a lot of other things. Like, so it may be some kind of thing that they're trying to kind of make, like, trick me, which I'm not even thinking about, like when I'm doing the magnet therapy. But I could imagine that. I could imagine them like saying, "Oh, we still got you. You know, we're still GPSing you." But that's not even why I'm doing the magnet therapy. It's to reduce the pain of the directed energy weapons. Because if there is something, if there is like a chip in my left teeth or my teeth, the pain from it, they could send, you know, vibrations or frequencies to create pain. And my concern isn't so much about the GPSing of that chip, because they've got a whole lot of other ways to GPS you and track your location. Then I did hear another thing. I was listening to Pete Santilli, like an old show where he was doing a mind control, like all day live, and he was talking to Terry Robertson, who is very knowledgeable about this, and he worked on it actually. He worked on some of the technology they're using, and he's like, you don't even really need that in you. There's a light changing in front of me, so I'll stop. But I just wanted to kind of get that. I'm just going to do a little short 15-minute. There's a guy with his arm hanging out of his truck. I've seen him twice this morning. Like, I don't even have to look at license plates or really see faces. Like, I'll see an arm with a certain kind of watch in a certain kind of car, and I'll notice it, and then, 30 minutes later, 15 minutes later, the same car will be caravanning me. So it's like an instinct. Like I saw another sheriff's car caravanning me that I didn't get on tape after I made my last one, and I just kind of looked over. I mean, there he was. I wasn't like searching out for him, but you can just kind of feel it coming. I guess it's a weird sensation. It's not like some kind of psychic or sixth sense, but it's an instinct. It's a sensitization of it, to where I can tell if somebody's gang stalking or not. I can tell if it's just a car. I can even tell if it's just a one-light car who just didn't fix their one light, or if it's somebody who has a pristine vehicle who is, doing this. There's a one-light white truck right there with a Jason mask on the front. Like, the thing is with these people, they ride around with one light. They got, the pirate. They got skull and crossbones, as a sticker on their truck, or some kind of weird. You'll notice like some kind of thing that's kind of off on their car. It's kind of almost like a worshiping death type of thing, or a Jason mask or something like that. They enjoy the power of hurting others. A lot of these people. Now, some of them are just like, mothers or whatever who got in contact with DHS fusion centers, and they think they're doing something good. Some of these guys, they feel as if they're hunting human beings, and they really enjoy it. Like, you see Jason masks, like, in their, like, on their rear view mirrors, or on the front of their cars, or like, something with skull symbolism, stickers, or, Masonic symbology, like on the back of their car or something like that. I mean, a lot of these cars you will see that type of stuff, because they have bizarre philosophies. And I do think eugenics plays a role in this. Eugenics and depopulation, those bizarre philosophies do play a role. What I've learned about people who are really into that, and who are like, hey, we need to save this world, and we need to, there's just too many people in this world. It's always like everybody but them. It's like, as long as we just kill everybody else, but not me. So it's flawed, like, right out the gate. Just like this program, flawed right out the gate. Like, doomed to failure right out the gate. And, like, doomed to failure, me or you, and there's a one-light SUV coming up. See him? Yeah, the longer I stay out, the more, and there's a taxi cab up ahead. I can't be able to get him on tape. But I totally forgot what I was saying. But very bizarre, just bizarre beliefs, and they're all kind of mixed in with normal people. But normal people would see, you know, they would see some of this stuff and they just be like, this is horrifying. You know, some of these people have fun with it. They like it that they're kind of let off the leash. A lot of them, they look like they're not looking for justice. Like, a lot of them are very, very gangstified. The people who do this vehicular stalking. So the people like that are working with the DoD or arms of the military, ex-military, you know, they're basically getting these kind of villains to help them out, to harass innocent citizens. It really reminds me, I'm going to go ahead and dork out for a second here, because I'm just going to stop this on 15 minutes. But like in Civil War, the comic book, it's like, you know, they're trying to register superheroes, and Spider-Man, he thinks better of it. Like, he's kind of on the side of that, but then he sees how bad it is, and like how it's like something being controlled by something centralized. They're like hiring villains to and putting chips in the villains to control them and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that's happening here. It's a fantasy, but then they start chasing Spider-Man down with a bunch of villains that they're working with, because they think they can control them. You know, they think they can control these bad people to, you know, create some kind of order in the registration. That's me dorking out. That's on the comic book. I can't wait for the movie. I mean, a lot of this stuff, and this a fire engine, but it looks like it's going somewhere. It's probably not for me. I really can't wait for that movie, though. I'm totally Captain America and Bucky, because the thing is, you give central power to anything, and it is going to be a slippery slope downhill. Like, no matter what good you want to do. Here's another fire truck. Looks like maybe they're going somewhere. I guess a Sunday morning fire. I see those things. Please comment on that, because I mean, that's 2 fire trucks with their lights on Sunday morning. I mean, there could be a fire somewhere. Like, I totally am not like, oh man, that's a definite gang stalker or something. But please tell me, like, if you're a TI, do people put their lights on when they caravan you to like fire engines and stuff? And it kind of makes me wonder, because I saw that fire chief, the Baton Rouge fire chief, twice, the same guy, you know, caravanning me, and then I see 2 fire trucks come by with their lights on. So that's the only reason I would question those. If I wouldn't have seen the Baton Rouge fire chief, you know, and then saw that, I'd be like, they're definitely going to fire. But for something like that, like, he's driving around, he knows where I am, and then I see something like that. So please leave your comment. There's a one light, white vehicle across the way. Please leave your comment about that if your vehicular stalkers ever turn on their lights as if they're going somewhere for an emergency. That would be terrifying, to know that they're like acting like they're going to an emergency, but just really caravanning citizens who are being microwaved in their homes. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you all that fire chief, because I knew he was the same one, so I wanted to pull out my camera. I knew it just seeing his car, not even his license plate, just the type of car and like how I'm being stalked this morning. I knew it when he pulled out, you know, that it was the same guy. And then I got his face on tape both times. Yeah, glasses on, and, you know, kind of I don't know why these guys participate in this. You know, please leave comments. You know, I am being pretty much hit in the head pretty hard, so I'm trying to kind of muddle through even worse than I was at the beginning. But leave your comments and your discourse to kind of back up what I'm seeing here on the road. We've all got to kind of lift each other up and help each other to understand this more. And I know my understanding is, like, I mean, I'm a smart guy. I'm not the dumbest person in the world, but it's like putting some of this stuff together and, like, you know, how they're really tricking us and using a lot of deceit, and then saying we've lost it, you know, on the V2K. They say I've lost it and it's over and all this, but it's really sophisticated technology that they're working on us with.